All right, grade 8's Mr. Manakuchi and
Mr. Greenwald.
we're back again, and we're going to show you something else here, which is if
Things go awry sometimes.
and you don't like the way the font is, or the font is not getting cut, the machine doesn't like your font, you don't like the hornet symbol on it,
Something might go wrong. You never know.
so we need to change stuff here.
That's right.
So what we're going to do is we'll see how to change things. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change hornets. I don't like the hornets, the written part.
Okay.
I just want FH.
Yeah, it would look nicer.
Right.
It was too busy with hornets.
Yeah, too busy. Yeah, it's got too many things that are happening. So basically, we're just going to try to show you how to change. So we're back at the same screen where we left.
That's right.
Okay. So if you like this, make sure you save it. Saving is something you should do every 2 to 3 minutes. If you like something, save it. So in this case, I don't want this. Okay. So we're at the same screen. What you need to do is close this. Okay. Click here. Okay. You'll find this cross, because I don't want this whole thing. I'm going to delete this whole.
Okay.
I want to reset the whole screen.
That's right.
Right. So we're going to do that. I want everything deleted. Okay. It's not there. But now you're going to say, why is it out here? Right. It's not showing me anything cut.
That's
but
right.
we still have all this here. Right. So to get rid of that, what I need to do is find this icon where it says Preview Toolpaths.
Right.
You go to that. You go down to Reset Preview, because the machine doesn't know that we have already changed everything. It's showing us what we cut previously.
That's right.
Right? So we need to reset that. So as soon as I hit Reset,
It's gone.
From there.
It's gone.
Now we're going to start fresh. So we close this, and we need to go back to our drawing again. So same icon on this side. We got to go to our drawing side. This is the machining side. We need to go to the drawing side. We click on that. We have our board. But we have our drawing where we drew everything. Okay? But this is not where we drew. We drew it on a piece of paper.
That's
right. So get out of 3D view and go right here. Here we are. We're back to square one. So now we can do changes. So, but here's our problem now. We made everything one. Right? So if I delete Hornet, everything else is going to be deleted with it.
Correct.
I don't want everything deleted.
So you want to isolate hornets from the two pictures.
From the two pictures. So, same thing.
How's that done?
You would, you've done it. So let's try this. So we go right click, make sure it's highlighted. You do right click, and it will say ungroup objects. We need to ungroup everything into individual layers again, and back into original object layer. We don't want to modify anything, we just want it back to where it was. Okay, so we hit that. Let's see if it's all changed now. Yep,
there
see,
you go.
Hornets is separate than the two logos.
Should be separate as well.
It is, yeah, so it is separate now. That is separate, that is separate. They're all separate now. So we need to change this. That's what I would like to do. So I want to highlight that. We go back to our text. Okay, I want FH. That's what I want written. FH. And I'm going to go apply. Oh, sorry, I have to delete that.
Yes.
Because I've done some changes. Once you do those changes, you can no longer go back to the same text. So highlight that and hit delete. That's gone.
Perfect.
Okay. So we have our FH right here, and I will close this. And now on my second click, oh, sorry, you have to do it right on the line. See, even I'm screwing up right now. We move FH in the center, or we can pick the center right there, right? So it centers itself. But should we make it a bit bigger?
I would make it bigger.
Right? It's at least the size of the hornet.
Yeah, it looks pretty small right there.
Well, let's try making it bigger. So once again, I don't want the placement to be moved. What do we press?
Shift.
Shift. We hold shift down, and we make it.
Make sure you got your arrow on the on the box in the corner.
And
there you go.
There you go. So
I like that.
Mr.
Yeah,
Mancucci?
I like that.
He's got an eye for all this. So there we go. So we have that. So now, once again, we need to bring everything together. We need to make it 1.
So how do we do that, Mr. G?
Well, let's try the box. That's one way of doing it, and it's the easiest way to do it.
That's the quickest, easiest way.
So drag a box around the whole thing, and then we hit
G.
There we go.
Grouping.
So we got the whole thing into one group. And now we go back to the same process where we're going to machine this. Let's try that again. So we go back to the icon which switches.
Flip page.
Okay, so we switch it to this side, and now we make sure that the whole thing is pink. We go back to our 3D view. It's on the top. Click on that. And now we go back to the same VCarve. If all this has changed on your computer, it might have changed. So make sure still this is 00. This is 0.175. And once again, you won't be able to punch anything in if flat depth is not
clicked on.
Clicked on.
Sorry.
Yeah, so you have to have that tick mark in order for something to be punched in here. Make sure that's that. Once again, I've noticed with your computers, this will change every time you close and you come back. This will change to a 90-degree bit. You don't want 90-degree bit, we want 60-degree bit. So same procedure, select, find your 60-degree bit, 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch.
Yep.
And double click on that. And now we have to calculate. We need to see how it would look once we cut it. So we calculate, there you go. But I want to see it up close and personal, so I want to change. I want to go to the toolpath. I want to change the color. Let's pick the same color that we did before. And at this time, don't go just hit preview toolpath. Go preview all toolpaths. And the reason for that is in case there is something left from previous time.
The old one.
You would know. We don't want HOR Hornets written and then FH on top of it.
That's right.
Right? We don't want to do that. So we go preview all toolpaths. There we go.
And there you go.
We like that. Okay, and we will
save
if that's
it.
what you like, you save it.
You always, if you like it, you save it.
Okay, save it. Last thing now. We're almost done, Mr. Manakuchi.
Oh, I'm excited. I want to see this thing in print.
Yeah, so, but all this is done on the drawing. It's still a drawing board. Machine doesn't understand this language. Machine needs to know the G codes. It's called G codes. So we need to change everything into G codes. Before you do that, a couple of things here. Click this. You see this clock, tiny clock here? It almost looks like a time bomb, doesn't it?
That's right. It's going to explode.
Yeah, so we need to see how long it's going to take. Click on that. My time is 7 minutes, 52 seconds. If your time is going over 10 minutes, just call one of us.
Yeah,
and
we
let's
may
see.
have to make some changes.
Yeah, 10 minutes, that's a bit too long. We would like to keep it between 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes is, good time. 10 minutes is actually pushing it. 5 is a really good time. So we'll leave it at 8 minutes. For me, it's 7.52 minutes. We close that. So if it's going over 10 minutes, make sure you call one of us so we can come and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
We're done with that. Now we need to save it as G codes. For that, save toolpaths.
That's right.
Make sure this is ticked, because if it's not ticked, it's saying that there's no visible toolpath, which means the machine doesn't recognize anything. Make sure whatever you want to cut, it is ticked on. That's on. Output to machine toolpath, make sure that is clicked on. And one more important thing. Go down here. The one that you have to select, it has to be MACH 2/3 ATC ARCS brackets inch bracket star dot text. It's right there. So just look at it and make sure that you get that. It has to be that. If it's anything else, the machine is not going to recognize it. Once you find that, you're going to go down here, you're going to go to Save Toolpaths, and that is what you should have. See, MACH 2/3 ATC. Make sure you have that on your screen.
That's right.
Right? And
you don't want to do all this work and then all of a sudden it produces nothing.
Yeah, this is for your amusement. And now what we're doing is for the machine. Whatever you did up to this point, it was you playing around with it. Now the machine needs to know what it has to do.
So we're down to business now.
Down to business. So, okay, so once again, that ticked on, this ticked on, and you have to make sure this is what you have, the way it's saved. And now we're going to go save toolpaths to file. At this time, you should wait for one of us to come over. We're going to save it on the flash drive. Okay, so you would go down to here. I don't have a flash drive in my computer right now, but you would go down here and we'll find the removable disk, and that's where you would save it. And make sure you give it name. Okay, make sure you give it your name so we can recognize, we can call you when it comes up, we'll call you.
That's right, because yours will be different than everybody else's, but if we don't know it's yours,
yeah. So name it, and we recommend you put your name.
Yep.
Right?
And if you know there's someone else with your same name, just put your last initial somehow in there so that you know it's Johnny B instead of Johnny S.
Yeah. And that's a wrap.
We're a wrap. That's it.
Okay.
Have fun. Happy tooling.
All right.